Well, I have a lot of thoughts. I think Eastern Illinois is a very difficult team to prepare for. They run motion offense, which I think is a lot more difficult than prepping for teams that run continuity stuff or ball screens. It relies a lot on communication and principles, and I think when you're playing a team when you're playing with a team that lacks game experience, sometimes those principles and that communication isn't quite as sharp as you would have with a veteran team. I think the hardest thing for young kids to do is to open their mouth and say things because they're so fearful of being wrong. And we just have to get more experience so we feel more comfortable and confident saying what we're seeing and saying how we need to guard it and then doing what each other says. And that's something that is practiced, and it's something that we've practiced a lot, but game experience is just so different than practice experience.
Olivia, how do you take a game like this and build from this and use this as a learning experience?
Yeah, kind of similar to what Coach Evans was saying. We just have to keep practicing our communication. Unfortunately, we're going to play a lot of teams that play like that in the future, and especially in our conference. And so it's good that we, kind of had a little reality check on what we need to improve on. And I think we're just going to watch the film and we're going to get a lot better from it.
Mary, I kind of like that idea of reality check. Like the season doesn't end today.
No.
Is this something that you get excited about? Like, hey, now we have a lot we can learn from in a loss,
Yeah, I think sometimes it's harder to get kids' attentions when they're winning. Like, they're like, oh, we're winning, we're great. And after a loss, sometimes they're just a little bit more focused and believe maybe a little bit more of what we say. But like I said, with our youth, especially in our point guard spot, I don't know if anyone in this room understands what all Eastern did, but they played man-to-man aggressive, they played man-to-man passive, they played their buzz defense, which is a very unique defense, aggressive, they played it passive, they pressed with a 2-2-1. That's a lot for young guards to take in, to recognize, and then to be able to be confident to use your voice to then get your team organized in what we were trying to do. And I think when we did get organized, we got the shots that we wanted against those things. We just had a handful of possessions where we kind of seemed frantic almost out there and we didn't get organized. And I think that's going to come with those guards getting experience and being a little bit more demanding of getting us organized. And that's a great thing to be able to show them on film, and it's a great opportunity for them to learn and grow, which is what this program is all about.
Olivia, there was a stretch there in the middle of the second quarter. I think you guys had 10 possessions in a row. There were 8 turnovers and 2 missed three-pointers. Like, does it just stack and become contagious a little bit? Did you feel that as it was going on?
Yeah, we did. And I think that sometimes that can compound. We were taking the ball out quicker, so we weren't as set up, and we did get frantic. But I think we really made the adjustment in the second half of, like you said, we had 11 turnovers in the first half and then 13 overall. And so to make that adjustment, and that's credit to Elise, Allie, Ella handled the ball up there. So just, making the adjustment after halftime and slowing down, I think that is very promising.
Mary, I thought Olivia Sims came out, and she scored 9 points in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game, and then she left the game. I didn't quite see what happened.
She just wasn't. She was under the weather, and so we didn't want to make her play through that.
But the spark that she was able to give, I think she did 9 points in the first 2 games to come out and be a kind of an offensive spark.
Right.
I
I saw what we see in practice quite frequently. I think she's an extremely talented and gifted young woman, and I think you finally saw a little bit of what she can do, and hopefully through the course of the year, as she gets more and more comfortable with how we play and her teammates, she'll continue to be those sparks, and we can keep her in the game for the full 40. But, she's not just a gifted offensive talent. I think Liv would agree with me. She's a pretty darn good defender, too. So she was missed out there tonight. But I thought other people stepped up, and we were in a position to win the game, and Eastern made some plays, and we didn't, and that's basketball. We just have to learn from it.